Crossing the highway late last night, he should have looked left and he should have looked right. He didn't see the station wagon car. The skunk got squashed and there you are. You got your dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road, and he's thinking to high heaven. Hi guys, this is how to play a song with a G, a C and a D chord. It's called Dead Skunk by Loudon, Wainwright. It's a really fun song. I loved it the first time I heard it. I've taught it to a lot of kids over the years and they really love it too. But adults as well. It's a bit of fun and it's the same 3 chords all the way through the song. No capo needed, so it's just a nice song to play along to the record that's in a very folky style. And your chord sequence throughout the whole song is 2 beats of a G, 2 beats of a D, 2 Cs, and then finally 2 Gs. And that just goes in a repetition throughout the whole song. So if we play, starting off on the beat in 2, 3, 4. G, D, a C, then back to G. Start again. G, D, a C, then back to G. Now we want to try and play this with a folky strumming pattern, so if you need a bit of help changing between these chords, here's a couple of tips for you. When changing from a G chord to a D chord, it's best if we go for this kind of alternate G. This may be the standard G that you've gone for in the past, or this way, maybe a way that you know how to play a G. But I would recommend, because G to D happens an awful lot, if you play a G with your first, second fingers up at the top, and then your third and little finger on the top 2 strings at the 3rd fret here, that means that we can keep your 3rd finger down when we change between a G and a D, which is really handy for super quick changes in a lot of folk songs, which happens a lot, and that 3rd finger just stays down the whole time. It's also really handy for classic rock guitar as well, in kind of an AC/DC style, because those 2 chords get changed between really quick. From a D to a C, you can persevere with just trying to get it and back to a G, and that's cool. Or we can go for this C add 9, which is a C that's very similar to a G and kind of sounds very pleasant in this kind of context. So in the folk chord sequence, which starts on a G, this C is always a good one to go for. If it helps you with your changes, then this is cool. And that means your 3rd finger doesn't move throughout the whole song, which should make it easier for you. If it's brand new and you're used to doing a G another way, then of course it's going to be tricky at first, but in the long run, there are always these other options that you have to play certain songs, mainly for a certain sound, but also just to make it easy for yourself, so there's nothing wrong with that. So play from the top, with whatever way you want to play with a G to be able to play it along to me, but they're the ways that I recommend. 3, 4. G to a D, then a C, back to G. One more time. G to a D, then a C, back to G. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road, and he's sticking to high heaven. Okie dokie, that's how to play your chords and a bit of help with those changes. If it takes a little bit of time to get it up to speed, don't worry about it. You know, this is a song that you can come back to. If you're rocking and this is sounding pretty good, we can do it with the folk strumming pattern that we've covered in a few of these videos now. Thicker strings on the beat and everything on the offbeat. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that will be 2 thicker string everythings, thicker string everything twice, then to D, and then C, and a G. And again, this is where this way to play a C can become real handy. Very similar to a G chord, so it makes the changes easier while you're focusing more on your strumming hand. If it's something that you struggle with, maybe just stay on a G for a little while. Maybe stay on the G chord, but try and get your strumming hand up to the tempo of the song. So put the song on, no capo needed on this one, and thicker strings everything. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and sometimes if you want to just focus on your strumming hand, what you can do is mute your strings totally. So here I'm just touching my strings, so my fingers are touching the strings but not the fretboard, which will mute them, and I can just hear what my right hand is doing percussively. So thicker strings, everything, thicker, everything, thick, everything, thick, everything. And that allows you to hear that you're in time with the record and that you can do this strumming pattern without thinking about your chord changes at the same time, which is really handy. So yes, stick that song on, play along to it, have a look at the lyrics, they're frankly hilarious, I really like them. So yes, check out any other songs that you like in this series of 10 songs, because you can play all the chords and you will be able to go for all of them now if you can do this song. And please subscribe so that I make you more videos, and hopefully I'll see you again.
This place ain't the same, the details have changed since I moved away years ago. The place I was born, where I say I'm from, with an accent not strong as before. My hometown, in my hometown. My family I hear, my memories I hear, my heart always is in this town. Changing from our background, an old mining town, breathing new life all around.